So I've been in Bushwick for 10 years, right? I came here on February 2005. And I came here, I was in Williamsburg first, and then I moved out to Long Island for about 1 year with a girlfriend of mine at the time. And we both kind of like wanted to get away from everything, you know. We both kind of like, I was getting a lot of assignments, and I said, I'm going to be 2 hours away, it's not a big deal. And also she was with Time Warner, you know, Records. But I mean, I couldn't stay. The winter killed it for me over there. It's like, I missed the city. I wanted to come back to the city. And she didn't, and I understood. So she kept away, going away. And I came back to the city. But after this 1 year between living in Williamsburg and the prices in Williamsburg went up like at least like 35%. So I was looking for the new place, for the new neighborhood, and I checked a few, and I saw Bushwick. You know, it was in the winter, so I had like 3 weekends coming from Long Island. So I checked like Prospect Heights, where Pratt Institution is, that area. Bushwick, Williamsburg the first week, but the prices were already, and I fell in love in Bushwick, right? And the urban terrain, and it was winter, very cold, everything covered with snow. A Hasidic broker showed me a few places, and I didn't see anybody around. It was 11 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, where are all the people? Like, who lives here? and like, I want to know who my neighbors are. Like, he showed me a loft that I really liked. And he's like, don't worry, all young people, they're probably at work, you know. He was kind of wrong. Some of them were at work, most of them were sleeping, you know. It was Monday, you know, and, you know, after Sunday, the weekend. So in any case, it was a big playground. Playground in terms of like, you know, you could do a party on the roof, nobody would stop you. Now it changed. Now the same building where I used to live, on Moore Street, there is a big fence on the roof because people would come sometimes to those parties from outside of New York, thinking, wow, this is like a party zone, we can do whatever we want, and they would throw bottles from the roof to the street, and you know, they would hurt people. So, you know, the neighborhood changed a lot since then, and got a little bit more maintained and tamed, and also like the prices went up. Like the same loft that I rented in 2005 for $1,900, today is $3,200. And I go there and I visit the people, because it was funny. Some people came to the gallery and they saw one of the pictures and like, oh my God, this is where we live. They saw a picture from back in the days and they invited me to the place. Interestingly enough, so I came to Bushwick, I decided to stay here, I loved it, the prices were reasonable. I mean, I didn't mind the fact that there are not many trees here, you know. It was very creative, very young. I mean, the population here, I mean, was really young. I mean, all the people that you would see like coming out of the subway, especially here by the Morgan Avenue stop and by the Jefferson stop on the L train, people in the 20s, I would say, like early 20s, mostly, 90%. And everybody knew each other. Brooklyn Natural was much smaller. Then it grew up like 3 times. And most of the buildings are still owned by Hasidic people. Hasidic, mostly I believe Satmar from Williamsburg. So at one point in 2006, I wanted to build my gallery, photo studio gallery in the corner. So one of the owners, I spoke with him, right? And he said, sure.
I think your work stands out so much. Why do you choose to have other artists up in here?
Well, that's a great question. Thank you for the compliment. Yeah, I believe that my work is different, but I decided to, in a way, to amplify myself, to kind of like follow what Stiglitz and Steichen did back in the days, you know, without mentioning this, like, you know, without like trying to link myself to this like big figures. But you know, I believe that by having the opportunity to other artists to show it, you know, it amplifies the gallery, and also it makes it a legit gallery, because if you have a gallery and you show only your work, I mean, it's kind of like it's very egoistic. Although people did it. Peter Beard is one of them, for instance, and I can mention quite a few names, not only like photographers in New Orleans, also they open a gallery and they show stuff, some of these are for tourists. But no, you know, I'm curious about what other artists are doing, and I was interested in like making like a little mini center here mainly for photography. Although I'm open to, as you can see in this show, there are drawings and even sculpture, and I think that like with a lot of other artists, this gallery is going to be more interesting. Plus, having a gallery enables you to go to art fairs. You know, I mean, there are some art fairs that I can't take my work to, or only my work, but it's fine. You know, I mean, I can put a couple of works of mine there if it's appropriate to the agenda of the look of what I'm offering in the art fair, and it works. So it's a lot of work, and I have to be, and I became like an art dealer. But as I saw in the last show, I mean, I sold 7 works of other artists, 3 artists. It was 3 of one, another 3 of the other, and another one. And it wasn't too difficult, because when people come and they're interested in specific work, and if I know about it, and if I care for it, and I love it, it's not difficult to sell it. And I even like sold it for more money than the artist thought that they can get for it. I mean, so this is like a phase of my career that I thought that like, oh, let's open a gallery. Now, honestly, I don't know if it's going to stay forever. I might say, okay, enough. I mean, enough for me to represent other artists, or enough for me to represent my work. I mean, I might try another way, maybe like to put my work in other galleries, which is a definite possibility, especially in galleries overseas, because maybe a gallery here in New York who said, no, he has his own center, you know, I mean, but things might change, you know. I mean, I gave myself 5 years to see where I'm going with my new phase, with my new idea, with Fuchs project. It's been almost 3 years. We're just starting making it, finally, in a way, you know. Honestly, making it meaning like breaking even plus, because there is a lot of expenses and work. I'm not talking about time and work and sweat and pain, and you know, but there is a lot of joy. You know, it keeps me young, it keeps me on my toes, and I'm happy to have a little center like this here. So yeah, I mean, I'm curious about what other people, and I learn a lot from people also.
So, just before we wrap it up, I just want to know, do you have another show coming up? What can people expect to see from Fuchs in the future?
So my next show is going to be an art fair, select art fair, which is going to happen May 13 to 17. So I get a booth there, and actually they have a whole floor. It's going to be at the Dia building on West 22nd Street in Chelsea, the ex-Dia building. And I have a booth there, and I'm planning to bring my work and other people's work, and a very, very amazing special surprise performance that I can't tell you right now. And I think that I'm going to take this unique performance of another artist to the Bushwick Open Studios, which is the event after it, the huge event, which is in the first week of June, I believe 7 to 10, and Bushwick Open Studio there are going to be about 600 studios open to the public during one weekend, including all the galleries, and there are about 60 galleries in Bushwick alone. So I'm giving the main space to an artist that I've known for some time. Her studio is in the building. Her name is Cynthia, and so she's going to have the main room, and I'm going to have the other room dedicated to this performance that I'm telling you, as well as of my upcoming book, Bushwick Forever. So finally I have to print it, so it's going to be like an upcoming images for that projects that I've been working on literally 10 years since I came here. I just tried to do the book a few years ago and it didn't work out, but now it's the time to do it. So I'm going to have on 2 walls works that are going to be in the book Bushwick Forever. As a matter of fact, this time I'm going to have 2 books, Bushwick Forever Part 1, which is going to cover the years of 2005 to 2010, and the other book is 2010 to 2015. Plus the performance is going to be a big surprise, and I think it's going to raise some eyebrows and headlines, I believe. So these are my main 2 upcoming events. 2 weeks Select in May 13 to 17, and then Bushwick Open Studios in June 7 to 10.
Well, thank you so much for spending time with us.
My pleasure.
And then again, your website is...
My own website, I have several. I would say rafaelfuchscontemporary.com. This is my website. I have also another one, rafaelfuchs.com. But the ones that is more linked to my artwork is rafaelfuchscontemporary.com, and the gallery is fuchsprojects.com. That's the gallery where you can see all the past events and shows and what's upcoming and so on and so forth. And again, it's fuchsprojects.com.
Thank you so much. We
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you
for
Thank you.
being with us with Street Smart.